Welcome, lore seekers. This is the Era Library, where the ancient truths of New World Aeternum and beyond are brought to light. I'm Era, your guide for today's journey into Morgaine's tragic legacy, the tale of a sorceress haunted by her brother's fall and the creation of the lost. So please, subscribe to join us and let us begin. Long ago, before the settlers and the factions carved their marks upon Aeternum, two siblings arrived on its shores. Drawn by dreams that promised knowledge beyond mortal ken, Morgaine and her brother, Myrddin, were no ordinary travelers. They were sorcerers, seekers of the arcane, guided by visions of the island's lost civilization, the Ancients, whose ruins still pulse with Azoth, which is the lifeblood of the strange land. Journal entries found in the wilds of Eden Grove tell their journey, how they sailed with a small crew, their hearts alight with the hope of mastering secrets buried for millennia. But those dreams were a lure, a siren's call from an evil force known as the Corruption. This entity, a blight upon Aeternum, sought to use their ambition for its own ends. Unaware, Morgaine and Myrddin set foot on the island, their fate already entwined with its curse. In their quest for power, the siblings delved into the island's mysteries. They conducted rituals in the ancient ruins, channeling Azoth and experimenting with forces they scarcely understood. Myrddin, ever the bolder of the two, pushed the boundaries, his spells growing wilder with each passing day. Morgaine, though cautious, aided him, her own magic stabilizing their efforts, or so she believed. But the Corruption seized its chance. Their rituals tore at the fabric of life and death, unleashing a wave of necrotic energy across the land. From this chaos rose the lost, undead sailors and settlers, their souls trapped by the unintended consequences of these siblings. In-game journals scattered near the ruins of Eden Grove reveal Morgaine's growing horror as she realized their experiments had cursed the living to an eternal, tormented existence. She did not create the lost alone. Myrddin's recklessness bore the greater burden, but her complicity in those early days weighs heavily upon her. The lost became a haunting reminder of her failure to halt her brother's ambition. As the lost multiplied, Myrddin's obsession deepened. He sought to master the Corruption itself, believing he could bend it to its will. Morgaine's warning fell on deaf ears, her pleas drowned by his fervor. In that tower, within the heart of Eden Grove, he performed a final, fateful ritual. The Corruption claimed him, twisting his body and soul into a shadow of the brother she once knew. One of Morgaine's journal entries from this time are filled with grief. She says, "I should have stopped him." In another, she writes, "But love stayed my hand." And so Myrddin fell, and now a corrupted foe you, the Soul Warden, us, must face in the main story. For Morgaine, this loss was a wound that never healed, driving her to dedicate her life to undoing the evil they unleashed. And so, from that day forward, Morgaine's path changed. No longer a seeker of power, she became a guardian, a guide for those who followed. In the main story quest, you meet her across Aeternum, first in Monarch's Bluff, then in Brightwood, and later in Eden Grove. She gives you missions to combat the Corruption and the lost, her voice steady despite the pain in her eyes. Her magic, once used to explore, now serves to protect, using Azoth to shield you, the Soul Warden, from the island's perils. Morgaine is not alone in her story. She is a mother to Mordred, a figure tied to the island's ancient secrets, though his role remains shrouded. Her quests often speak of her desire to safeguard him, a personal stake in her battle against Aeternum's darkness. Through her guidance, you cleanse corrupted zones and put the lost to rest, each victory a step toward her redemption. The turning point came with the rise of the Angry Earth expansion. A new threat emerged, Artemis, a figure intent on wielding the Tear of Gaea, an artifact of immense power capable of destroying humanity. Morgaine, with her deep understanding of Aeternum's magic, joined you in the main story to stop this plan. Together, you faced Artemis in a climactic battle, the fate of the island hanging in the balance. Victory was yours, and Morgaine took custody of the Tear. Recognizing its danger, she vowed to hide it where no one else could misuse it, a decision born of the lessons learned from her brother's fall. This act marked her transformation from a participant in chaos to a protector of life, a testament to her growth etched into the annals of Aeternum's history. As of this day, Morgaine stands as a pillar of resilience on Aeternum. Through the main story quest, she remains your ally, her presence a constant amid the island's ever-shifting dangers. She fights the corruption, seeks to free the lost from their torment, and guards the secrets of her son Mordred. Her journals, found in places like Ebonscale, Reach, and the Shattered Obelisk, speak of a woman who has faced her mistakes and chosen to rise above them. Morgaine's legacy is not one of triumph alone, but of endurance. She is a sorceress who created the lost her brother to corruption, and now labors to heal the wounds she helped create. For every soul warden who walks Aeternum, she is a guide, a mother, and a symbol of hope in the land where hope is scarce. And so ends the Chronicle of Morgaine for now. As it stands today within the world of Aeternum, her story is of many, yet it resonates with the weight of 1,000 lives. If you have done her quest or read her journals, you know the truth of her struggle. Perhaps one day her tale will continue, but as you know, there's more to her in Season 10, but I will not talk about that now because I don't want to spoil it for anyone. So maybe in time I will talk about her endeavors and her quest and her story, how it develops for Season 10. But until then, I will continue to work on more videos, on more lore videos. And to you who have clicked on this video and watched it and listened, I thank you. I appreciate it. You have a good one, and I will catch you on the next one.